Our modern world is rapidly changing. Technology, science, and the digital age have filled us with conveniences. But have we ever thought about what we are losing in this race? Today, we will talk about the connection between ancient wisdom and modern life. Section 1. Ancient wisdom, a priceless heritage. Thousands of years ago, when there was neither the internet nor social media, nor any digital devices, humans were still happy, content. But why? Because our ancestors possessed a deep understanding of life. Yoga, meditation, Vedanta, Tao Buddhist philosophy, and Sufi ideologies teach us that true peace is not in external things but within us. 1. Yoga and meditation. Yoga and meditation have been considered essential for mental and physical health for centuries. Yoga, not just an exercise but an art of living, teaches us physical and mental balance. Meditation. Meditation balances brain activity and reduces stress. If the mind is calm, life will seem simple. Spiritual significance of yoga and meditation. Yoga and meditation are not just physical exercises, but paths to spiritual advancement. Ancient sages developed them not only to keep the body healthy, but also to delve into the depths of the soul. Yoga, the confluence of body, mind and soul. Yoga means to unite. It binds the body, mind and soul into one thread. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Yoga, Karmasu Kaushala. Yoga is the art that perfects every action of ours. Spiritual dimensions of yoga. 1. Hatha Yoga, spiritual awakening through control of the body. 2. Raja Yoga, moving towards self-knowledge by disciplining the mind and meditation. 3. Bhakti Yoga, the path of love and devotion to God. 4. Jnana Yoga, attaining liberation by knowing the true nature of the soul. 5. Karma Yoga, purification of the soul through selfless action. Meditation, the mirror of the soul. Meditation is not just stopping thoughts, but recognizing one's true nature. When the mind becomes completely calm, the light of the soul automatically reveals itself. In the Bhagavad Gita 6.6, Krishna says, Dhare Datmanatmanam Natmanama Vasadaya. One should uplift oneself by one's own soul and not degrade oneself. Benefits of meditation: increases mental peace and concentration power, increases spiritual awareness, destroys ego and negativity. One starts to get closer to the divine. The ultimate goal of yoga and meditation, liberation. The ultimate goal of yoga and meditation is liberation, that is, freedom from the cycle of birth and death and merging with the divine. When a person assimilates the knowledge of Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman, then he attains true spiritual bliss. Conclusion. Yoga and meditation are not just a practice, but a spiritual journey. They take us beyond Maya, the material world, and connect us with the divine. This is why India's saint tradition has considered them the most sacred beings. Through yoga, the soul connects with the divine, and through meditation, the divine manifests within us. 2. Harmony with nature. Our ancestors were very close to nature. They knew that we have a direct connection with earth, water, air, fire, and space. But today, we are adopting an artificial lifestyle, which is increasing our mental and physical problems. Section 2. Challenges of modern life. In today's era, everyone is running for a better career, more money, fame on social media. But in this race, we are losing peace, mental balance, and self-satisfaction. Do you know that anxiety and depression have become the biggest mental illnesses today? Solving stress and anxiety. Problem. Everyone is worried about their future. Restlessness in life is increasing due to social media and competition. Constant negative thoughts and feelings of insecurity dominate. Spiritual solution. Meditate. Meditating for at least 10 minutes a day keeps the mind calm. Take deep breaths. Practicing pranayama reduces anxiety and nervousness. Read the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It teaches us to focus on our actions, leaving behind worries. 1. The impact of technology. We are constantly connected to screens, which affects our mental health. It has become difficult to differentiate between real and fake life on social media. The impact of technology, boon or curse. Technology is the greatest power of today's era. It is rapidly changing our world. But the question is it connecting us or separating us? Positive impact. Knowledge and convenience. The internet has brought the world to our fingertips. Revolution in health. Medical technology has made life longer and better. Connectivity. People sitting far away have come closer through video calls. Negative impact. Emotional distance. The virtual world has weakened real relationships. Artificial life. Pretense has increased on social media. Real happiness has decreased. Lack of mental peace. Increased screen time is reducing attention and concentration. Conclusion. Technology itself is neither good nor bad. It depends on our usage. If used correctly, it is a boon. but if we lose control over it, it can become the biggest curse. 2. Consumerism. We think that happiness is only in material things, but that is not the case. Excessive goods and wealth do not make us happy, but rather make us more greedy. True happiness is not in things, but in our thoughts. Consumerism. The spiritual perspective. We should use things and love people, but in today's world, people have started loving things and using people. Modern consumerism teaches us that the measure of happiness and success is determined by our property, cars, branded clothes, and bank balance. But can material objects really give us inner peace and contentment? Reality of consumerism, illusion. Happiness will come from buying more things. Truth. Happiness is not in external things, but in internal contentment. Today, companies and advertisements make us feel that if we don't have a new phone, a big car, or expensive clothes, we are incomplete. But the more we accumulate things, the more desires increase. Krishna says in the Gita, Ama Esha Krodha Esha Rajoguna Samudbhava. Desires and anger arise from the mode of passion, and they cover the soul's knowledge. Consumerism versus spirituality. Right arrow consumerism says, the more you have, the more successful you are. Right arrow spirituality says, success is not in how much you have, but in how content you are. Contentment is the real wealth. Be content with what you have, and stop worrying about what you don't have. Solution. Adopt a spiritual lifestyle. Adopt minimalism. Instead of accumulating more things than needed, live a simple life. Practice gratitude. Learn to be happy in whatever you have. Meditate and introspect. Meditate for 10 to 15 minutes daily and ask yourself, are these things really necessary? Adopt the spirit of service. Help others, donate. Because true happiness is in giving, not taking. The one who learns to be happy with less is the richest person. Conclusion. Material objects can give happiness, but not peace. Consumerism never lets us be content. But spirituality teaches us that contentment is the greatest happiness. Life is not sustained by wealth, but by contentment. Section 3. Transforming modern life with ancient wisdom. So, can ancient wisdom help us in this fast-paced world? The answer is yes. Let's look at some simple but effective ways in which we can apply ancient wisdom to modern life. 1. Adopt meditation. Even just 10 to 15 minutes of meditation every day can maintain your mental balance. Focusing on breath, the easiest way to calm the mind. Mantra chanting, achieving mental stability through sound. 2. Minimalism, being happier with less. The Japanese culture of wabi-sabi and the lifestyle of Indian monks teach us how to be happier with less. Start removing unnecessary things from your life. 3. Self-awareness, knowing yourself, understand your emotions, and channel your energy in the right direction. Reflect every day on what you learned and what you can improve. 4. Natural living, adopt yoga, Ayurveda, and simple eating habits. Do digital detox from time to time. Section 4. Some inspirational quotes. Here are some wonderful thoughts that will inspire you to walk this path. Keep the mind calm, because only when the water is still, the truth is visible in it. He who looks within attains true happiness. The right time never comes. We make it right. Inspirational quotes from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Right arrow, your right is to work only, but never to its fruits. Message. Do your work selflessly. Don't worry about the results. Yoga, karmasu kaushalam. Right arrow, efficiency in action is yoga. Message. Do your work with full dedication and commitment. Samatvam yoga ucha. Right arrow, equanimity in success and failure is called yoga. Message. Remain stable in happiness and sorrow, gain and loss in life. Satuma sadgamaya. Tamasuma jyotirgamaya. Right arrow. Lead me from falsehood to truth, from darkness to light. Message. Adopt the path of knowledge and truth. Yasane nadhiga chanti nityam sankalpavarjita. Right arrow. Only by being free from desires can a person attain true peace. Message. Control desires, only then will you find happiness. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishthatya karma. Right arrow. No one can remain without performing action even for a moment. Message. Keep working continuously. Inactivity destroys life. Shraddhavan labhate jananam. Right arrow. One who has faith attains knowledge. Message. Have true faith and belief in life. Dharedatmanatmanam. Right arrow, one should uplift oneself by one's own soul and not degrade oneself. Message. Don't consider yourself weak. Move forward with your self-confidence. Vinashay cha dushkritam. Right arrow, the end of unrighteousness is certain. Message. Injustice and evil cannot last long. Yam hi na vyathayantite purusham purusharshabha. Right arrow, He who is not disturbed by happiness and sorrow is the true wise one. Message: maintain mental stability. Circumstances will keep changing. Conclusion: the Srimad Bhagavad Gita is not only a religious text, but also a guide to life. If we adopt its wisdom in our lives, we can overcome every challenge with confidence and patience. Whatever happened, happened well. Whatever is happening well. Whatever will happen, will also happen well. Lord Krishna. Different practices that are still effective today. Let's take a look at some ancient practices that can still bring change to our lives today. 1. Evening meditation and mantra chanting. Meditating at sunset calms the mind and body. Spending time in solitude. Spend some time alone every day so you can understand your inner thoughts. 3. Respecting and learning from elders. Understand and adopt the knowledge that our ancestors gained from experience. Section 6. Conclusion. Ancient wisdom is not just to be kept locked in books. Incorporate it into your life and see how your life changes. No matter how much modernity we adopt, if we want inner peace and true joy, we must remain connected to our roots. If you Please subscribe to our channel and share this knowledge with others. Next time, we will talk about another wonderful topic. Until then, live with peace and love. Thank you all for watching the video.